And we are starting with administrative or organizational notes about our course. So, as probably you catch up from the title slide, my name is Mikhail and I will be the person who would support your journey through the course. A few words about myself. Actually, I am not so good in talking about myself, but as you're able to see, I have a position in Transport and Telecommunication Institute. I am part of engineering faculty, and as you're able to see, I am a professor and I'm having a degree in engineering sciences. So also, as you're able to recognize, the slide has some strange logo which is stated SimLab, and also a big yellow box which says something about modeling-based systems analysis and design research cluster. So this one is just indication that I'm not only the teaching staff here at TSI, but I am also very active researcher and I am head of the mentioned cluster. So if you would read deeper the text which is indicated here in a yellow box, you will find out that actually here at TSI we have quite advanced expertise and skill in using a simulation modeling for a decision making. And as you catch up from the title of the course, this one would be our primary topic for discussion. So a few words which I would like to highlight, or a few issues which I would like to highlight. Please pay attention that the best and the most fastest way, I would say, to contact me and to clarify something and to ask something is to use internal messaging system. So meaning that please do not write me emails, please do not phone me somehow. Yes, just use internal messaging system, and this one is the fastest way to get the answers. Of course, in frame of the course, probably you saw we have two forums. Okay, so one is dedicated to organizational issues or administrative issues, some announcements, news, while the second one is targeted to discussions. As I have stated, I'm not really a big fan to talk about myself, but if you are interested about my life, about the projects which I have completed, about the publications which I have published, here are two social networks. Most probably you know quite well LinkedIn, so just click and you will get to my profile. And the second link which is indicated here, this one I am calling this one a social network for researchers. It is called ResearchGate. So again, by clicking the link you will get the information about my publications and my research interests. As I have already stated, here at TSI we are not only delivering the academic programs, but to be honest, we are really very active in providing consulting services to municipalities and private companies. So I'm working at TSI already for more than 20 years, and during the years I have implemented or participated in implementation of different kind of projects. So here you can see just the list of selected projects. Again, of course, you could just read the titles, but if you are really interested what was the story or problem about each of the mentioned projects, so I am recommending you to visit a TSI web page, okay, which is dedicated to the project. The QR code is indicated here, and you could read a bit more about each of the project, okay, which is listed here. Most probably it shall be noted that all projects which are listed here, they are actually utilizing a simulation modeling as a primary tool for analysis. And probably one more thing to add, that in frame of our course, time to time I'm going to demonstrate you some examples from the real projects, and I really hope that this one would be interesting, first of all, for you, and the second one, that you will catch up that a simulation modeling, it's not something theoretical, it's really something practical. So now I would like to elaborate a bit about your expectations. The following slide demonstrates what is the study aim of the course, and as you see, in frame of the course we are going to talk about a theoretical foundation and of course about practical methods of how we are utilizing a simulation modeling in the domain of transport and logistics to make the right decision in right time. So moving next and talking about expectations, I believe that a following slide is really very important. So here you are able to recognize 4 learning outcomes, and all activities in frame of our course are targeted, first of all, to teach you, to guide you, and finally to get the necessary knowledge, skills and competences which are listed here. So first of all, most probably I will start with the last learning outcome, which in my opinion is really very important one, is ability to analyze and visualize the simulation results and to communicate them to your client, to your customer. The third learning outcome actually talks about ability, skills and competences to develop or build conceptual models, to select the adequate or right modeling paradigm, and to select the specific development tool, and finally, of course, to develop a simulation model and use it in a decision-making process. So the second one, the second learning outcome refer to ability make the analysis of complex transport and logistic systems. And finally, the first learning outcome is really a very generic one, but it is targeted to develop your problem-solving skills, in this case, utilizing a simulation modeling. So let's go deeper inside and let's explore what kind of topics we are going to cover. So first of all, I would like to pay your attention that following or our course is based on a week-based format, meaning that the titles of the sections has quite clear indication of a study week. So for you, I really hope it will be helpful for you, meaning that you could monitor and control or monitor yourself of how you are progressing, and check up if you are following the schedule. So week 1 is actually the introduction, which we are running right now. Week 2 is dedicated to fundamentals of simulation modeling. Week number 3 and week number 4, so here we are going to cover a very important aspect of simulation which is related with the data processing. Week number 5 and 6 is, I would say, quite practical. Why? Because you will get an experience with a simulation software, and as you catch up from my previous slides during the course, we are going to utilize quite intensively 2 simulation tools quite known worldwide, and this one would be extend sim, extend sim, yes, and a vsim simulation software. Week number 7 and week number 8 is dedicated to very important aspect of simulation model utilization, which is verification, validation, and calibration. Week number 9, in this week we are going to talk about how a simulation modeling is used in a decision making. Week number 10 and week number 11 is dedicated to design of experiments. So we are going to explore how to correctly design the experiment, how to conduct experiments, and how to deal, at example, if the number of experiments is too high. And as you're able to see, starting from week 12, you are running a course project. So meaning that you will get an exercise and you will have 4 weeks to complete your project and prepare the necessary deliverables. So in frame of our course, you will find out not only, let's say, presentations and my recordings, but as a support, I am going to use a quite known and, in my opinion, a very effective book, Simulation, the Practice of Model Development and Use. So as you're able to see, a following book is marked by the red book. Sorry, a lot of words, book, for this slide. So meaning that this one would be our core self-reading textbook. While, as you're able to recognize, I have 2 more books which are marked by the blue book, meaning that they are optional and recommended if you would like to extend your knowledge, or maybe you will select your master thesis which would utilize simulation modeling, and the following 2 books are a really good one to get some additional information. Also, guys, I would like to pay your attention that in frame of each section you will find out also a section which says additional information or additional materials. So please do not skip this section. You will find some useful and interesting materials which would allow you understand the topic much better, or maybe even to cover some gaps in your knowledge. So as usually I am joking with the students, the following slide is the most important slide of my presentation. So guys, I'm going to discuss a bit the assessment strategy which we are going to apply in frame of the course. So first of all, guys, I would like to pay your attention that there are 2 big groups of assessments in our course. The first group is called summative assessments, and just to give you an impression, summative assessments are assessments which are contributing to your final grade. And as you're able to recognize, in total we are going to have 2 such big assessments. A first one is examination, and the second one is a coursework or course project. And as you're able to see, each of the item is contributing to final grade as 50%. So again, guys, sorry for repeating this one, but 2 items shall be completed by you: examination and coursework. Also, please try to see that here is the statement that both items are obligatory, meaning that it's not allowed, or it's forbidden, or whatever word you could use, but both items shall be completed. Even, at example, if you got 9 for examination and your overall grade for the course seems to be positive one? No, guys, this one is not working in frame of this course, meaning that both items shall be completed, and for both items you should get a positive grade. I hope this one is clear. So talking about the receipt, yeah, this one is just the information for you that if because of some reasons you have failed one item or two items, so guys, you need to receipt them. Okay, you need to receipt them, and the conditions are still the same. So now let's move to the second group of assessments. They are called formative assessments. And guys, please pay attention that formative assessments are not contributing to your final grade. Okay, so most probably right now you are saying, very well, so seems that they are optional. As they are not contributing to the final grade. No, guys, they are not optional, so meaning that you need to complete them. Why? Because and the following yellow or orange box indicates quite clear that in order to complete examination and to upload a coursework, the system would check of how you have completed formative assessments. So, of course, we could go a bit more into details. So, what kind of formative assessments? So, first of all, you will find out a self-reading quizzes in frame of each topic or in each week. I wouldn't state that a quizzes are very complex one. No, you are going to explore what are the conditions, but in overall, again, they are self-assessment items, meaning that the number of attempts is not limited. It's only indication what is a threshold to pass the following item. Next one, in frame of which topic you will find out a set of different kind tutorials which you need to complete, and in frame of some tutorials you need to complete or specific task or prepare a reflective report, and so on and so on. Meaning again, guys, that they are not contributing to your final grades, okay, but they are playing very important role in forming your knowledge, skills, and competences in frame of our course. So usually here students are starting to sleep, but again, guys, please believe me that without completing self-reading quizzes, tutorials, reflective reports, it will be quite complicated. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it will be quite complicated to complete a coursework. So I really hope that I have provided enough motivation for you to deal with the formative assessments. So the next one is quite simple slide, but I prefer to demonstrate it again to set up your expectations regarding the software and tools which would be required to complete the course. So first of all, guys, please pay attention to the first bullet. Again, this one is a quite generic, quite standard one. So we need Excel and Word or any alternatives you are utilizing. Next one, we are going to use a specific software tool which is called StatFit, and the following tool will be provided to you as a downloadable link, so you will have an ability to install it. The next one is a specialized software for traffic flow simulation, which is called PTV vSim. Again, the link will be provided. And finally, the last item here is one more simulation tool, which is called XtendSim. And again, I'm going to provide you instructions of how to get a following software. So maybe one more thing which is not listed here, but I really hope that this one will not be a headache for you. Of course, we need some software, some tools, how we could call it, to be able open PDF files. But again, as I have stated, this one is already the standard, therefore no any complications are foreseen here.